Well, it looks like we are live now. I hope everything is good. I played with the sound settings a little bit right before this stream, so I hope everything is better than the last time. And yeah, I'm still looking at the stats. I hope everything is right. The quality looks very nice. Yeah, it looks fine. So let me thread my needle first, because today we are going to close these gaps that I left here for the stream to be a lot easier to stitch while I talk. I hope the air conditioning isn't too loud, because I can hear it now, and I don't know if the microphone catches it, but we are going to hope for the best. Just a little bit of this thread needs to go. Yeah. So I hope everybody is having a great weekend and comes here and stitch with me. Okay, let me see, where do I start? Let me take a look first. So I think this is the place where I'm going to start today. I should bring this a little bit lower, something like this. Oh, I hope you can still see. Okay, it looks fine. Okay. I'm going to wait for some people to show up and then maybe we start chatting a little bit, because the last time nobody said anything on the chat. Oh, sorry, my thread got stuck on some of these pins I have on the edges. Oh, it looks like I messed up because I wasn't paying attention and I started in the wrong place, and now I have to frog. Oh my god. I hope I can get this out. Easy. Nice. This one as well. That's very good. Nice. Oops. I'm sorry for knocking this over and over again, but I have to get used to this setup I have. It is extremely hot today, and the next week is going to be even worse. That's why I have to keep my air conditioning on all the time, which isn't really pleasant, but I can't stand the heat, so it is what it is. I'm also looking at the screen right now because I want to see how it looks for you, and I changed some settings of the camera in order to focus on the right spot, because the last time I was using that wide option of the camera and I didn't like the blur on the left side of the camera, so I changed it to the default one one that you usually use when taking photos or videos. It looks like some little hair got stuck here. Oh, I even stitched it. Come on, you need to get out of there, please. Yeah, I got it. I think I'm going to take a walk in the park after this stream and maybe finish a book. I hope I can finish it in time. Well, not in time, but this weekend. It would be great to have it finished and start something new. Oops, I'm sorry for that. Okay, so this first gap is filled. I'm checking for any other errors because I don't want to frog again, as I had to do in the start of the stream. Well, it looks pretty clean now. I hope I didn't mess anything up because I left these gaps especially for this stream because it is pretty hard to talk and count at the same time. Yeah, and I think there are only actually 3 colors in this this area that I have to fill. The first one and the most stitches are with this color I am using right now, this dark brown, and there are a few more of some orange, I think, dark orange, and some brighter orange, like you can see on the details below. I'm going to show you now. I'm talking about these colors, if you can see here. Yeah, these 2 oranges I'm going to use as well, and also that Bordeaux, I think, is the color that I used right here. It's going to be somewhere on this side of the coat and this far side at the edge of the screen. Oh, there are 3 people watching now. Hello, welcome. maybe this time we are going to get someone to write something in the chat, to chat a little bit, you know. Maybe, or maybe everybody is very shy today. But I'm looking forward to the first message in the chat, just so you know. Don't like these little white gaps that I leave behind. Yeah, well, I know that they are not going to be seen when the piece is finished and framed and hanged on the wall. They will not be as visible as they are now with all this light right on them. And my eyes seeing every little detail and every little mistake or imperfection. I think it's a better word. Let's fill this little gap as well, and after that I'm going to mark some stitches because I don't want to get lost, because as I said in the last stream, this is a paper chart I'm doing right now, and you have the link to it in the description down below if you want to stitch it as well. It's not any promotion or stuff like that, because I don't know, but I really enjoy stitching it, and it is a really beautiful piece, so I encourage you to start stitching or something similar if you find something that you like. I think almost, not almost, but my first piece that I stitched when I was a lot younger was something with McQueen, Lightning McQueen, and I have it hanged on my wall in my well, my childhood room, I think. I can call it. It is really, really beautiful, and actually pretty big for a child to stitch. And after I get this piece finished, maybe next year, I hope so, I really hope so, because I worked on this for the last, I think, 8 months or so, something like that. I started it last December, so yeah, it's 8 months now. And I finished a third of it, so I'm aiming for this end of summer or September, and well, something like this. I hope to get to halfway to a finish. Come on, get through there, please. The issue is that I'm using a pretty blunt needle. Yeah, I was forgetting the word. So sometimes it's pretty hard to push it through. I don't really like those really pointy needles either, because they get through some of the finer threads, I think, of the actual thread, and they mix up, and I don't like that. And as you already noticed, this needle is extremely small, like a few centimeters long, maybe an inch and a half or something like that if you are using that metric system. But I enjoy it very much because at the edges of the chart it is a lot easier to finish a thread there. The longer needle that's the one that the kit came with. It's a lot harder, and the kit is really qualitative, if I can say so. I didn't have any problems whatsoever with any threads or any needles that came from there. And the fabric is really nice. I should tighten it a little bit more, but I didn't have time for it, and actually didn't want to today because it is a really tedious process, and it is energy consuming, very energy consuming. Well, I hope that I didn't make any mistakes because I was talking a lot and didn't pay much attention to what I'm stitching now. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, maybe I can do something like this. I don't usually make stitches from the bottom leg or bottom side upwards. I'm usually a right to left person. Just in stitching. Yeah, and 4 more stitches there and I can start marking some on the paper. Come on. Well, I see that someone left us. There is only two viewers right now, but no hello in the chat. Come on, don't be so shy. Oh, someone said something and it is the first person. Hi, I'm looking. From Chloe Palmer, K8I. Nice, hello. But I think he or she I think, deleted the message, which is pretty sad. Well, I'm glad that someone commented, at least, even though she deleted the message. All right, looks like this part of the leg, because now I was working on the leg of the man that is reading here. Well, now you can't see that he is reading, but in a few more streams I hope to to stitch that newspaper that is right there. And there are always some other newspapers at the bottom of the chart, but you can't see them right now because yeah, I couldn't get anything in the in the frame. So let's see what I stitched. Come on. So the first ones are those 5. Okay. These 3 like right here. Nice. Come on, don't be so shy. Start chatting there. I love seeing some little messages in there in the chat box. Oh, it looks like I finished another 10 by 10 square, so I can also mark this off with a big X, so I know that there will be no other stitches inside of that box. I don't know if you can hear my marker on the paper, but it could make some really nice ASMR. Which could be interesting though. Really could be interesting. Alright, let's see. Now I think we are going to oh, so Chloe commented again. Hi, I'm looking to do cross-stitch projects like this too, but it seems like it takes a lot of patience. Roughly how many stitches do you have so far, and how many in total will the whole piece be? I'm sorry for my reading because the screen is pretty far away and I was struggling to read, but oh, it's fine. Don't worry, Chloe. It's fine. Well, to answer the first question, so far I think I have somewhere around the number of 20,000 stitches, something like that, I think, because every page that I'm stitching, or that I stitch, I think is the right way to say it, has exactly 5,400 stitches. So I have 4 complete pages, like 100% completed, and that number is around 22,000, I think, if I can do some quick math in my head. Not actually that number, but around there. I think that this page that I am currently working on is about 1/3 complete. I think so. So somewhere around 25,000 stitches so far. I think. I hope so. And the total number of stitches that this piece has in order to be completed is something like 67,000, something like that. It is a pretty big piece, for me at least. I know that some people are stitching like huge pieces. I was watching some floss tube the other day, and they have something like, I don't know, 70 centimeters on 50 something centimeters, which is extremely huge. This one is 24 by 28. I hope so. I hope I don't mistake. I'm not wrong actually. Yeah, and I hope I answer it. Yeah. Let me answer a message quickly. Yeah. And it really takes a lot of patience, but it is always relaxing and enjoyable. I love doing it so much. Last year I finished another piece. Maybe I can post somewhere, maybe create a thread on the channel or something like this if you stick around, and maybe hit that subscribe button. I know that I'm not posting really frequently, but it's something like a little hobby that I enjoy doing from time to time. So if you like it, maybe you can stick around. Oh, thank you as well. Like, I think that the piece that I finished is the first Stitch with Me that I did on this channel. I think so. And I got it framed last week, and it is gorgeous, actually gorgeous. I can't stop staring at it on the wall. And it is also stitched in tent. I have a little project, actually 2 little projects that I cross-stitched, and one of them is actually framed again, like this one I just talked about, and it is on the hallway of the house. And the other one, I intended to have a bookmark, but it turned out to be pretty wide, like 2 bookmarks wide, and I turned it into something like a little decoration. Yeah, maybe I can post somewhere these photos, and you can take a look. We'll see. We'll see. And I'm glad that you were brave enough to say something on the chat. The last time I was talking to myself for like an hour or so. And even though it was enjoyable, I think, clearing my head like that, it was also a little bit weird, I think, to talk to yourself for so long. It would be nice someday to have a little, maybe Discord community or something like that, that we can all share our projects and stuff like that. And other hobbies too, because I really have a lot of hobbies that I really love. I was thinking about maybe recording a stream as a paint with me or something like that, because I also have some of those big paintings and paint by numbers, because I am not that talented at painting, but it is gorgeous and I would love to work on it some more and maybe share it here with you. Let me check my paper chart again. Oh, it looks like we are going to finish another little section here with this thread, and soon enough we are going to, well, I am going to have to flip the chart in order to finish this thread, which is not very enjoyable given the fact that I have a pretty improvised setup here, but I'm going to try my best. Oh, hello. Hello, nice work and impressive dexterity. Thank you very much. You are the second one commenting here. You are welcome. And thank you very, very much. I hope you also enjoy this stream. And stick around. Okay. Well, actually I can cover this gap as well, because it's only this color and I can't make any mistakes, am I right? I can't make any mistakes. And I hope that the knots are not visiting me today, because it would be pretty hard to unknot them. And I really hate when my thread gets knots. There is actually a color on this set that always creates knots on the back, on the side, oh, on the front. I was trying to say, and it's not enjoyable. And to make things worse, it is the color that is most used in this piece. It is that light brown you can see everywhere around, like, well, not everywhere around here, but I'm talking about this one right here on the knee of the man. Yeah, it's awful, actually awful to stitch with that thread. Again, as the last time, I'm going to stitch as long as my back allows me to, because I'm not in a very comfortable position now. I'm pretty, I don't know, curled in front. I'm leaning towards the piece in order to be able to stitch, because now I'm stitching at the desk, and usually, like most of the time, I'm stitching at on the couch with the paper chart on my lap, and it is pretty comfortable. Not really comfortable, because after an hour or so I have to get up and move to take a walk. And I think that's what the doctors say as well, after an hour to move a little bit. Are you also working on something right now with me, or just listening to me talking about my stitching? Yeah, it looks nice. Okay, let's see where we can go now with this little thread that we have left. In the right part there is no other stitches with this color, so I think we are going downwards now. But I have to be careful to get the right spot. I think right here, yeah. This should be the right place, I hope so. And if I make a mistake, I think nobody will be able to tell where that mistake was after the project is finished and framed, because it is just a little detail that you know about only because you have the paper chart or the digital chart or whatever you have. And yeah, but too many mistakes don't look good actually, and don't don't make you feel good about the piece. And I heard about some people that were starting over or throwing away the whole piece, which is actually extremely sad, because just some little mistake, you know, it brings that human side that we can all make mistakes, and it is fine. But I'm saying that while I'm a total perfectionist in my life, so yeah. There is a saying in my country that goes, say what the priest, no, sorry, do what the priest says, not what the priest does, or something like that. I hope I translated it right, but yeah. Let's see where the stitch takes us. I can't wait to have this side finished, even though I am enjoying stitching this. I can't wait to see it done. And after I do this side with the man, I will get back to the center part where the main thing is, the fire, because the piece is called in front of the fireplace. But because now is extremely hot outside, stitching a fire would only add to the heat that we experience here, so it wouldn't be as enjoyable as it would be in the fall or during winter, when all you want to do after a long day is to get comfy, brew yourself a tea, and stitch. Talking about mistakes, what's the common mistake you can make when stitching? Well, the most common mistake, and the obvious one, I think, is to stitch in another place that the chart tells you to. Like, if the chart tells me to stitch right here when I stitched here, or where I stitched here, yeah, and I go one more above, the chart tells me to use another color there. So that's a mistake. It's that simple. But given the fact that the stitches are so small, in most cases you wouldn't notice when the piece is finished. You can only notice if the mistake is in some, I don't know, key part of the piece, like the eyes or some important details of the piece. If the mistake was something in the sky, or I don't know, in the leaves of a tree, you could never spot the mistake after you stitch that part. I hope I answered your question. And it is extremely easy to make mistakes when you are going cross country. As I was going in the upper part, that's why I stopped, because I was afraid of making mistakes. Because I even count like 2 or 3 times, I think, after I stitch and before I stitch something. And I count something like, I don't know how to explain it. If I have some stitches to the left or to the right, I count how many stitches does the paper chart say that I have to make towards that part, and I count them as well on the fabric. So that's how I check myself for mistakes. But I'm pretty lucky with this piece because it is actually a pretty easy one. And it has very little variation of colors. It only has 15 colors for this big of a piece, and that really surprised me when I first saw it. Yeah, let me check a little bit something here before I continue talking. 2 right there, then 4. Yeah, I think everything is right. Yeah, and now I have to go 3 stitches downwards, and then I'm going to end this thread because it is extremely short and I struggle to stitch with it. Yeah, thanks, says Chloe. You're welcome. You're welcome. And the only things that you learn from your mistakes while stitching is to count twice, thrice, I don't know, 4 times, as many times as you are comfortable with, because otherwise you are going to make mistakes. It is inevitable to make mistakes in this hobby, and I think in most hobbies actually. Yeah. Now I have to figure a way to flip this upside down. Which is going to be interesting. So let's try it this way. Come on. Like this, I think should be fine. Okay, so slowly I'm going to extract the piece. There you can see the chart on my lap. I couldn't find the needle now. And you can see now the back side of my stitching. Well, I can actually that's how it looks. I have a little dog here, which is extremely cute. Some of the firewood, a carpet, which I love, extremely love. Those newspapers that I was talking about earlier, that little pouch right there, there is a lot of detail in this piece. And there will be some piece of furniture. Yeah. Now let me end my thread. It's not the most elegant way to end your thread, but I don't know any other technique, so that's why what I used for more than 100,000 stitches. Come on, get through there. Oh, I hope I didn't mess up because it is a pretty critical moment when you push that needle through. And I always hope to not destroy the fabric, because it would be a tragedy to lose everything you worked on for so much time. Yeah, it all looks fine. No damage. Come on, get back there. I'm sorry for the noise. I am very sorry for the noise. But I have to get this back in place. Come on. Something like that, I think. Maybe get this a little bit lower. Okay. I hope it is right. I hope the camera is right. Let's move it a little bit to the right. Come on. I want the stitching to be in the center of the screen. I'm sorry for this, but I have to make some adjustments. Okay. Everything looks nice. Now, Chloe says, wow, the back of the piece looks so neat too. Yeah, I was aiming for this result because I don't carry much thread on the back, only a maximum of I think 10 stitches or something like this. I prefer to end the thread somewhere and start somewhere new, because if you carry a lot of thread on the back, you are going to end up with a pretty thick result, which is not really enjoyable to stitch on, because it will be extremely hard to push the needle through, as you saw earlier in this stream, that I was struggling to push it through somewhere. Okay. I was answering another message. I'm sorry. Okay, so another thread. Do I want to continue with the same color, or do I want to switch? That is the question. I think I can finish with this color here, because it is only at the bottom of the section right here that I'm working on, and I would like to get a color completion here. So let's start unwrapping some thread. This is how it looks. I don't know if I showed you, these are the colors, some of them at least. And we are using this brown right here, and these other oranges are very beautiful, like these two. Yeah. Now I have to get only 2 out of the 6 threads that are here somehow. Well, it worked extremely well this time. Didn't have any knots whatsoever, so that's nice. I use a pretty weird technique, because as we know, we don't have free hands, which would be helpful in this situation when you are trying to only get three 3 threads out of the 6, and I'm holding one end in my mouth and the other hand I am I don't know what to say, like, come on, get in there. Ah, nice. I am de-threading the thread. And extract only what I need. Come on. I made a little knot at the end of the thread. That's how I start. I don't know how to make those loop starts, or what they are called, that other people are doing. Yeah. Let's continue where we left off. Come on, right here. And after I finish with this color, maybe I can switch to that lighter one and, I don't know, brighter color actually. Yeah, excuse me, I was looking at the stats of the stream now, because I hope everything is fine. Maybe I can go all the way to the right and finish those stitches and then come back here. Maybe. Or you know what? No. I'm going to go to the left, the upper left, and then come back here. I made a lot of progress today because I stitched a little bit earlier before the stream to finish some of the fewer stitches with some colors, which wouldn't be as enjoyable on the stream because I would have to flip this around many times and it would be pretty hard and not as enjoyable for you to watch. Oh, I hit the camera, come on. I'm sorry. Come on. I have to finish these last 4 stitches here then I can go back to the lower side. Nice. Let's mark them off. Now, for the last stitches with this color, let's go back. Let's see where to go back. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see me also painting something on the stream, as I said earlier, because I would really love to get back on that. Chloe says thumbs up, so I will take this as a yes. So it is on the way. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. I don't want to promise something that I won't be able to deliver, but maybe tomorrow I'm going to come back to that piece. And Chloe, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing here and if you want to see more of it in the coming days or weeks or months, I don't know. Do we have a knot? Let me see. No. I felt something in the thread like a knot, but I'm lucky. And just like that, I hope that I finished every stitch with this color in this area. Let me check. Those 4, 3, 2, another 2, and then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Let me see something here, please. And I'm going to flip this once again to end this thread. Yeah, all right. I've already subscribed to your channel, smiley face, looking forward to more. Oh, thank you very much, Chloe, thank you very much. I'm really glad that you did. It means a lot. Well, let's see how we can flip this again. All right. And I really love these scissors. They are gorgeous. Look at them. I really love them. All right. Let's put this back on. Oh, the needle is in the way. Come on, go. And again, I'm sorry for the noise. Okay. This looks just fine. Let's bring out the first orange color. And let me answer another message. And maybe someday I'm going to share some of the other hobbies that I have here on the channel, because I really enjoy taking care of plants. I have a few plants here in my apartment and on the balcony. And this year I got into growing trees from seed, which is something I was really longing to do for a long time. And I managed to grow a few trees from seed actually, which is really rewarding for me. 3 oaks, some English columnar oaks, if you are going to look them up. They are gorgeous trees. Some pine trees, but not that. I think it's black pine, the most common one. Not that. Some, I think, red pine it's called, or is something more specific. One Paulonia tree, which is also called the fastest tree in the world, the fastest growing tree in the world actually. And I'm still waiting to see that because it just took off the last 2 weeks, I think, even though it sprouted in March, in the middle of March. Let me take another look. I hope that I got the right color this time. Well, at least it looks like it. Yeah, it should be the right one. So yeah, 3 oak trees, 1 Paulonia tree, 4 pine trees from, I think, 3 pine cones that I collected this spring, and 1 box elder tree, or the American maple tree, that is very common here in Europe, and it is like a weed tree, but I wanted something that will surely sprout, and I didn't even know what the seed was until it sprouted. I found it on my car and I thought, like, you know what, let's try it, let's grow something out of it. And it is really nice because that tree branches even in the first year of growth, which is extremely nice. And one little mystery thing, because I don't know what it is. It may be some birch tree, but I didn't plant any birch trees there. The seedling just looks like a very early stage birch tree. And I'm going to let it grow a little bit more to see what it is, because I've grown some weeds alongside the trees because I didn't know what they were, and 3 of them turned out to be sting nettles, I think they are called. And yeah, I think you can guess how I found out that they are sting nettles because they sting. They really sting even in early stages of life. And something, I think it's called chickweed actually. And that was it. I also have a flower here in my room, but I don't know what is the English name for it, so I'm not going to name it wrongly. Yeah, and some basil. I recently bought a little pot from the supermarket the other day, and I planted it in a pot, and I use it in my salads or in pasta. It is extremely tasty. It's like eating from your own garden, but from a balcony. It looks pretty neat actually. I really like it. Wow, I have 4 more 100% completed 10 by 10 squares, which is again rewarding, really rewarding. I always get a dopamine hit when I X them. because this way I'm able to keep track of my progress. And now how many stitches I have completed. And on this page I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 9 and 11 completed 10 by 10 squares, so that means 1100 stitches. There are more, but the squares are not completed. So I'm not counting them because it would take an eternity. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you. All right, let's see where we're going to go. We still have some gaps to fill here, which are mostly this color, so it should be an easy job for me. I think I'm going downwards and then I'm going to fill that little gap right there on the right, if I have enough thread in my needle. But I think I'm going to go for a walk after this because my back starts to ache and it tells me that it's time for a break from stitching. But outside it is really scorching right now. I can't go outside and I have to wait until the evening comes so I don't get any burns. I think I have just enough thread to finish this, which is very nice. I hate when I'm left with a few stitches and I can't continue with that little thread. I have to stop and start a new one just to finish a few stitches. Now it wouldn't be such a tragedy because there are a lot more stitches of this color around. But if there were no other stitches, it would be kind of painful. And I like that there is not a large amount of confetti on this chart, and that makes it perfect for talking and stitching and, I don't know, listening to something while I stitch. Let me know if you listen to things when you stitch, or maybe something like a podcast or audiobooks or another Stitch With Me video. I usually use Stitch With Me videos or talk to someone on the phone, things like that. Yeah. Daria says, Love how it looks so far. Yeah, you have to stick around to see more of it. That's all I can say. You need to stick around. Well, I don't know if I want to continue. I don't know how many stitches there are left. Maybe I can stitch a little bit more with this color, because I have already a little thread with two threads in it. Like, I don't have to do that process. That is pretty tedious. Let me answer to something. Alright, so let's flip it again. I'm going to get better and better in this at this. Oops. Let's make a knot. Come on, get through there. Come on. No, okay. Let's see another thread. No, let's put this back first. Come on. Again, I'm sorry for the noise. I know it's not enjoyable at all, but I can do nothing about it. I'm sorry. I hope the light was alright, because I noticed that some of my lights died a few minutes ago, I think, or something. Let's bring this down like this. Okay. Let's see if I start this light. Is it too much light now? I hope not. I think it's okay, or maybe close it. Yeah, I think it's okay to leave it on. Where is the other end? I could use some little tool, I think. I don't know how it is called, that helps you thread your needle, because now I am using the traditional way of leaking the thread and then pushing it through the ear of the needle, I think it's called in English, or the hole. Yeah, nothing special. Looks like there are 3 people watching. Hello there, and welcome. Hope you enjoy it and hope you stick around. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to start now? Well, I think this place is as good as any. I'm glad that this time we had some chats. I really love to talk to the people in the chat. It's really, really nice to engage with the community. Now I have to pay attention here because there are some stitches of another color which I don't want to mess up right here. Yeah, as I said, I love to engage with the community of stitchers. It is really nice to share this hobby with other people. Whoops, I almost dropped my needle. Let me count a little bit. So 3 more stitches upwards. And now 1 more stitch here and 2, 4 and 6 on the way up. Oops, the thread got stuck again on one of those pins. That I have. Whoops, I almost knocked the light over again, as I did in the last stream, which was pretty funny. Ooh. Ooh, 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 we have a knot on the front. Come on, don't do this. Okay. We managed to unknot the knot. We are lucky because if I get a knot on the front side, it is a tragedy. It really sucks. All right. Okay, let's mark some more stitches now and finish this little gap that I have left. And I think that will be all for today, because I'm pretty tired now. And I need a break. Well, that's only a handful of stitches, so it shouldn't take very long. And then I'm going to make myself a cold drink, because it's extremely hot here. Maybe I can turn off the air conditioning, because it was going for I don't know, 3 hours now. And I have to say that I'm lucky to have an air conditioning here, because otherwise you couldn't survive the summer here. Come on, get through. Hello there to everybody in the chat. It looks like there are 3 people watching. Hello. And welcome to the stream. Oh, I don't like these gaps that I leave behind. Oh my god, my back is killing me already. Soon I'll have to get up and move a little bit. I don't know, maybe in the future I'm going to switch sides and stitch on the other side of the chart, and I get bored of these darker colors and crave some lighter ones, because on the other side there are some bricks that are more yellowish, I think. Come on, get through. The stitches blend together so beautifully, absolutely stunning. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, they actually blend really nicely. On the other side that you can't see now, where the fireplace has more stitches in, there you can see a really nice gradient of colors. It is stunning, actually stunning. If you get to a golden hour, it is extremely beautiful to look at. All those stitches shine so beautifully in that golden light. You can't look away. You actually can't look away. And you just stare at it. Oh, there is 4 of us watching. Hello there and welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see here. I really hope so. And I hope that you also relax, because that's the whole purpose of these streams and this channel, is about being relaxed and taking it easy and enjoying life. closer look. Yeah, it looks absolutely great. Absolutely great. I don't like these, I don't know, fluffier stitches that stick out. That's why I'm trying to push them back. But they look stunning. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I hope you really enjoy it as much as I do. Let's mark these, and maybe, oh no, there is no other complete 10 by 10 square, so maybe another time. Am I too far away to carry the thread all the way to here? Well, I don't think so. Well, that's the most distance that I'm going to carry on the back, like from this side here. I think that's something like 10 stitches. Yeah, something like that. I'm actually going to finish all the stitches with this color in this area before I end the stream, because I see that there are 4 of us, or 5 of us including myself, that are here tonight. And those other 2 silent spectators, maybe you would enjoy to introduce yourself. Maybe you would enjoy some chatting. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. This is a friendly environment. Feel free to ask any questions about stitching in general or about this piece. I'm eager to answer them. Well, as you can see, I don't like when the stitches get so fluffy as that one. I have to spend a little time fixing it. Wow, 5 people watching. Welcome. I'm so glad that so many of you are here tonight. I'm so happy. Okay, let me count again, so I don't make any mistakes right now at the end. 3 there, 4, and then another 3. Yeah, it looks perfect. And now I just have to bring these stitches all the way down to the bottom. Yeah. I was just checking the stats of the stream. so I can make sure that everything is working right. I can't wait to see how the coat will turn out when it will be finished. These oranges blend in so nicely, so nicely. I think the chair is already finished. Didn't see any other details of the chair, but I don't really like to look at the finished picture of the chart once I start it, because I enjoy revealing it piece by piece, stitch by stitch. And by this stitch we mark the end of the session tonight. I will mark the last stitches off and maybe chat a minute or two with you if you want to, and then I'm going to end this stream and grab a cold drink because it got really hot in here. Well, I hope you have a beautiful evening, a beautiful Saturday evening, and that you enjoyed staying with me and chatting with me here. I just finished another two 10 by 10 blocks, and it is great. Yeah, I don't know if I can show you more of this piece. Maybe if I bring the camera upwards a little bit more. Let me see. Maybe you can see a little bit more like this. Yeah. Let me turn off this light and bring it down, and let me show you the whole piece. I hope that you can actually see it. You can see all the details here. Take a look at this beautiful dog. And the lid here, I didn't mention it earlier. Little basket of firewood, this chair which has a really beautiful backside and top side actually, and at the top what you see there will be a little arch, I think, of bricks, and then in the center here there is going to be the fire, which you can already see a little bit there. There is a little red, yeah, and the part that we worked on today. Yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoy it, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stick around. I would love to see you again in the next streams. So have a great evening and a great night.